Yes, let us start the problems about the first type problems. Already we have done one problem. I have done one problem in this method. Means z plus f of z equals z plus 1 by z. Already we have done this problem. Similar problems have to do some 2-3 problems in this method. To take second problem in this method. Problem number 1. If f of z equals log z, find derivative of dw dz or f dash z. This type of method already have done one problem. Yes, next solve the problem. Given that f of z equals log z, here taking z equals r into e to the power of I theta. This is polar form. This is formula. Already earlier in this last class I have discussed this formula. Z is equal to r into e to the power of I theta. F of z means f of z equals u plus iv. Similarly, u plus iv equals log, substitute in place of log, r into e to the power of I theta. This is the logarithmic class of using the logarithmic class log a into log b. Already we know that this formula. What is the formula for log ab? You remember, I have discussed earlier, this is the elementary formula. Expand the formula log a plus log b. Everybody knows this formula. Similarly, we have to expand like this. Log r plus log a plus log b means I theta log e. Here also, what is log e to the base e is log e to the base e. This is 1. This is 1. Similarly, next u plus iv equals log r plus I theta, because log e is equal to 1 into 1. Next, separate the real part and imaginary part in this problem. U is the real part, V is the imaginary part. Write down what is U equals log r, and write down the imaginary part V equals theta. V equals theta. Here differentiating partially with respect to r and theta. Here differentiating partially with respect to r and theta, we get here means u r, differentiating partially with respect to r, log r is 1 by r, and differentiating partially with respect to r, this is constant 0. Next, differentiating partially with respect to theta, this is theta. this is 0. Constant is 0. Next, differentiating partially with respect to theta, this is 1. Right? Theta is 1. We are constant 0. Next, using the Cauchy-Riemann formulas, using the CR means Cauchy-Riemann equation formulas. Already we have discussed in the last class. R UR is equal to V theta, R VR is equal to minus U theta. This is the formula, Cauchy-Riemann equation formula. Next, observe this. Here UR and V theta. Yes, Cauchy-Riemann equation is satisfied. And also VR is 0. What is U theta is also 0. Means satisfies CR equation. Satisfies CR equation. And next, the given f of z is analytic. Next, therefore, f of z, the given f of z function is analytic. What is analytic means? It is differentiable and exists, and then fz is analytic. And next part is find its derivatives. Find its derivatives means f dash z. Here also I have discussed in the last class what is f dash z equals e to the power of minus I theta into UR plus IVR. Already this formula I have discussed in the last class. Next, take down here. Here f dash z e to the power of minus I theta. What is UR is 1 by R plus I. VR is what? VR is 0. Therefore, here e to the power of minus I theta, here divided by R. Therefore, here f of z equals, here what is, we have to write this already, what is k to the power of minus, how to write this? Here we have to write this 1 by k. According to this, you write down 1 by r into e to the power of phi theta. What is r into e to the power of phi theta is what? This is f dash z equals 1 by z. This is the solution for this problem. Next, completes this problem. Right? Everybody understand this problem? Any doubt, please ask me. Yes. First of all, we have to take f of z is equal to log z and find its derivatives. First of all, the given data, what is f of z is equal to u plus iv, and take log z, taking z is equal to r into e to the power of phi theta, and then using the logarithmic class and expand this log a, b means log a plus log b, and then separate the real part and imaginary part, and using the Cauchy-Riemann equation, the given equation is satisfied, and find its f dash z is becomes 1 by z. This is the solution of this problem. Next, you we take one more problem in this type. Here this type of this method is very important for the test and examination. That is why everybody understand this problem. Yes, we take one more problem in this method. So that problem second, so that f of z equals z to the power of n, z to the power of n, where n is a positive integer, where n is a positive integer, where n is a positive integer, and hence find its derivative, and hence find its derivative. Already this problem comes in this question, so many question papers. Already we have asked in this so many question paper, we have to see this question. Here also same method, follow the similar method. Here also given that, what is given? First of all, you observe that this is given things. F of z given that f of z equals z to the power of n. Here also taking, what is z equals? Here also taking z equals r into e to the power of I theta. Next, substitute z in this place, z to the power of n. F of z means e to the power of u plus I v. This is complex. This is real part, this is imaginary part. Next, just you substitute z. Z means r into e to the power of I theta to the power of n. Right. Next, write down r to the power of n e to the power of I theta into n here. Next, r to the power of n. What is e to the power of I theta? Already this concept also. This is Euler's formula or polar form. Here we write down. This is also elementary things. Everybody knows this formula. E to the power of I theta is, how to write this? Cos theta plus I sin theta. We write like this, e to the power of I theta. Similarly, here cos theta n or n theta, cos n theta plus I sin n theta. We write down like this. Multiplied by each term. Next, here separate the real part and imaginary part. In this, what is u? U is r to the power of n cos n theta, and imaginary part v is sin n theta. Here u equals r to the power of n cos n theta, and v equals r to the power of n sine n theta. Right? This is separate the real part and imaginary part. Now, here differentiating partially with respect to r and theta. Now, differentiating partially with respect to r and theta. Write down. Differentiating partially with respect to r and theta. We have means you are n into r to the power of n minus 1. This is cos n theta is constant. Write down as it is. Cos n theta. And we are means differentiating partially with respect to r. N into r to the power of n minus 1 sin n theta. Sin n theta. Next, differentiating partially with respect to theta. Write down in this place. Differentiating u theta. Here, what is cos means minus sin n theta into n. Minus n into r to the power of n. Cos means sin n theta into n. V theta differentiating partially with respect to theta. I write down here. N r to the power of n. What is sin n theta is cos n theta. Next, using the Cosine equation in the polar form, r u r v theta and r v r equals minus u theta. Next, observe this function whether it is given f of z is analytic or not. Observe this. Here u r is n into r to the power of n minus 1 cos n theta, and v theta is what? N into s. Now, satisfies the Cosine equation. Satisfies the CR equation. Therefore, f of z is analytic. Therefore, f of z is analytic. Next, find its derivative. Next part is find its derivative. Next, find its derivative. Find its derivative means f dash z. Already we know that the formula f dash z is in the polar form e to the power of minus I theta u r plus I into v r. This is the formula for f dash z. Now, substitute in the place of u r. What is u r? Here, write down. U r means you write n into. Just substitute n into r to the power of n minus 1 cos n theta plus I into what is VR? Write down n into r to the power of n minus 1 sine n theta. Here, observe this. Observe this function. Here, n into r to the power of n minus 1 and another n into r to the power of n minus 1 is common factor. Take common. Both are same. Therefore, here n into r to the power of n minus 1, here this is common factor. E to the power of minus I theta, right? What is remaining part? You write down. Remaining part is cos n theta plus I sin n theta. Already we know that this. What is cos n theta plus I sin n theta is e to the power of, here, e to the power of I n theta equals cos n theta plus I sin n theta. Yes, already we have discussed in the previous problem. Next, here n into r to the power of n minus 1 into e to the power of minus I into theta. This is what? Cos n theta plus I sin n theta is e to the power of I n theta. E to the power of I n theta. Next, observe this. Observe this. What is common in this place? N into z means what? R into e to the power of I theta. Yes. Next, observe this. Here n, s, r to the power of n minus 1. Yes, here. What is e to the power of I theta n? Here. Observe this. E to the power of I n theta, yes, minus e to the power of I theta. Observe this, right? Observe this, e to the power of I theta into n. Here also, e to the power of minus I theta. What is z means? Already we know that. We know that z equals r into e to the power of I theta. Therefore, f dash z equals n into, this is r into e to the power of I theta is z. E to the power of, this is the solution for this problem. This is also very important problem. So many examination asked these questions, right? We have to observe these 3-4 question papers. Already so many questions. These questions, so many in this, so many questions papers already this asked in this question, right? Next problem. You take another one more problem in this method. Yes, this is over. This is over. Next, we take another one important problem. This is very standard problems in this method. Means what is the first type of method is, so that the analytic function f of z and also find its derivative, right? This is but type 1 problems. Next, problem number 3. So that so that so that f of z equals cos z is analytic. And hence find find its derivative. Here derivative means r f dash z, right? R dw dz, right? These are the similar things. Any terms we have to ask in this question paper anytime. Both three terms are gives same meaning. Here also same procedure. Follow the same procedure. This problem follow method solve. When we solve this problem, follow the similar previous method given given that, or by data f of z equals cos z. In this problem, taking z equals x plus iy. In this problem, taking z is equal to x plus iy. Here f of z equals u plus iv cos x plus iy. Z is cos x plus iy. Here already you know the elementary problem. What is cos of a plus b? We take down in this. Once again we recall this elementary formula. Here once again we recall the elementary formula. Already this formula, everybody knows this formula. Cos of a plus b cos a cos b minus sin a sin b, right? Cos a cos b, sin a sin b. According to this, u plus iv, according to formula, expand this. Cos x cos iy minus sin x sin iy, right? According to this, sin iy. Here what is cos hx? E to the power of x by 2. Here also, what is cos hx e to the power of x? This is elementary basic formulas. Plus e to the power of minus x divided by 2, right? Cos sine hyperbolic is this. This is cos hyperbolic. According to this, once again, just I will show this. Cos y means, according to this, plus e to the power of minus I, right? Right? Cos iy e to the power of iy plus e to the power of minus iy divided by 2. Here 1 by 2 e to the power of iy is the polar form, means cos y plus I sin y plus cos y minus I sin y. Here what is this? Plus I sin y minus I sin y get cancelled. Cos y plus cos y is 2 cos y. Here 2 cos y divided by 2. This is remaining same cos y. You understand, like that. Next, similarly, we discussed sin y. Similarly, we discussed sin y. Sin y means e to the power of y minus e to the power of minus y divided by 2. We are also sin iy. According to this, e to the power of iy minus e to the power of minus iy, using the Euler's formula, 1 by 2 cos y plus I sin y minus cos y minus I sin y, right? Yes, which term get cancelled? This plus cos y minus cos y get cancelled. Here, what is minus into minus? Plus. Minus, that is why plus I sin y plus I sin y is 2 times I sin y. Here, plus I sin y plus I sin y is 2 times I, right, sin y divided by 2. What is similarly sin iy is I sin y. Understand? Right? Next, write down directly what is cos x. Here now coming to this step, u plus iv cos x. What is cos iy? Cos iy is what? Cos hyperbolic. Here cos x into cos iy is cos hy, hyperbolic y, right? Minus sin x. What is sin iy? Sin iy. Yeah, observe this. Sin iy is what? I into sin y. Yeah. I into sin hy. Right? Now we get the real part and imaginary part. This is real part is cos x, cos hy. imaginary part is sin x minus sin x sin hy. Write down. u is the real part, cos x cos hy. V equals minus this minus sin x sin hy. Next step is differentiating partially with respect to x and y. Write down. Next term is differentiating partially with respect to x and y. We get means differentiating partially with respect to ux. Ux is differentiating cos x is minus sin x. And differentiating cos hy is constant. Write down same as it is. And differentiating with respect to x, we take this minus sin x is cos x. Sin hy is constant. You write down as it is. Next, differentiating partially with respect to y means uy. Here, take this. Cos x, write down as it is. Yes, function y is what? Cos hyperbolic is sin hy. Right? Similarly, differentiating partially with respect to y, v, this minus sin x sin hy is cos hy. Next, using Cosine equation, using CR equation means this is also already you know that Cosine equation means what is ux equals vy, vx equals minus uy. Observe this. Here, observe this first. Ux and what is ux? Here, ux is minus sin x cos hy. Vy is minus sin x cos hy, same, right? And also observe this. Vx, what is vx is y here minus cos x sin hy uy. Cos x sin hy. Therefore, satisfies the Cosine equation. Satisfies the CR equation. Cosine equation. Hence, the given f of z is analytic. Hence, the given f of z is analytic. Hence, the given f of z is analytic. Next part is find its derivative. Therefore, f dash z equals, here f dash z formula already we have discussed in the earlier class. Formula is ux plus I Vx, Ux, Ivx. Next, first, what is Ux is? Yeah, Ux is write down minus sin x into cos hy, right? Plus I into what is Vx? Here this minus, write down here minus Vx cos x sin hy. Here, here sin hy minus sin x cos hy. Right, you take common, both side is minus is there, take common. I into cos x sin hy, right? Sin hy. Therefore, sin a cos b plus cos a sin b is sin of a plus b. According to this formula, minus sin x cos hy plus I cos x sin hy. Therefore, sin a cos b, what is I sin iy? Yeah, I sin y is cos a cos b. It is okay. Sin, this is, yeah. Yes. Yes. This is cos y. Here, observe this. Here, what is, take I. Here, this is what? Right? Sin iy sin iy means x plus I y. Therefore minus sin z, right? Here this is what is derivative of cos z is minus sin z. This is the solution for this problem. Next, you take similar problem, one more problem. Same similar problem, have to give homework. Similar problem, have to give homework. Problem number 4. Same similar problem. So that fz is equal to cos z. No. Cos z already this problem has given. Sin z. Fz is equal to sin z is analytic. Is analytic. And hence find its derivative. And hence find its derivative. Hence find its derivative. Next, same similar. This is homework. This problem given to you as a very simple problem. Here the answer is f dash z is equal to cos z. This is answer for this problem. Right? You try at home. Right? Okay. Next, I have discussed one more problem of this type 1. Type 1. So that this is also a very important problem. So that yes, problem number 5. Problem number 5. So that f of z equals cos hyperbolic z. Cos hyperbolic z. Cos hyperbolic z is analytic analytic, and hence find f dash z. Find f dash z. Whether is 1 over